So this is my 2008 Acura MDX that I bought like probably 5 months ago. I bought it really cheap for like 1500 in Facebook Marketplace. So it's actually Canadian spec. It has around 170 or 180,000 kilometers. No, 280,000 kilometers, not miles. So that's roughly around 173, 174,000 miles. And um, it has its own problems like yeah, this scratches over here, scratches over here, and then there were some rust down here. I fixed them, painted it black. It's actually on both sides. So the side also has some rust issues here, and I also painted it and fixed the rust hole in there. It's actually like a big hole in here. Engine wise, it's good. There's no problem with the engine. I replaced the timing belt and the mirrors here. The motor for that actually is bad, so I didn't replace it, but I just changed the grease on that one since it dried up. So that's one thing. You probably don't need to buy a new motor assembly. You just disassemble it and put new grease and it should be fine. And then this handle is bad. I replaced it with Amazon special, and it's fine. I mean, it's not like really great compared to OEM. Sometimes it gets like stuck, but I think over time it will loosen up. See that one? When I close it, it doesn't completely shut. Yep. And then the other problem is when I bought it, the switch here is broken. It's on the driver's side, so I have to find an assembly in the junkyard. So basically you could actually get just this portion over here. I think it's the buttons. You could leave the trim, so any color, interior color would work on this one. And then the thing too is that the seats at this age or mileage is actually like worn out. I don't know, probably it's just that it's bad quality material that's being used, but I was able to get one from the junkyard, a seat cover. It's a different color though, but it's leather and it holds up pretty well. So if you look at that, that's brown. And then the steering wheel for this is actually bad too. It's like, yeah, it's black in here. Yep. So I don't know, I mean, the MDX is not really like built like really like in good quality. And then yeah, this portion here is like really dirty. If you look at this, this is really worn out. Sunroof is nice, it works. And then I added this dash cam because my son is actually driving it, so better to have a dash cam. And then when I bought this one, the time on this doesn't synchronize well. So I'm not so sure. I think it's around November when Acura sent out some sort of a mass updates on the software. So it syncs good now between your GPS unit and this one. So the time is actually correct. This one, the radio works. I just added a Bluetooth because the Bluetooth for this doesn't work actually. As you know, the MDX has a history of draining the battery because of the Bluetooth module. So in this case I added a auxiliary Bluetooth receiver here at the back. Oh, I cannot see it, but it's here at the back. I could do a Bluetooth. And what else did I fix on this one? Oh, one thing that I don't like about this setup is that this screen is actually, over time it faded, and when there's too much glare you cannot actually see the screen. Actually probably the screen just faded over time. Yeah, so it's like if it's more than 15 years old, then yeah, expect the screen to be bad. So let me start this one. So there's the navigation system. Yep. So this color is actually faded, and yep, if you look at that, there's no check engine light or something. And then the TPMS also works. Yep. The right front one is actually like lower. Yeah, it doesn't actually like, I tried pressuring it with my analog pump, and it doesn't register it actually accurately. I don't know, maybe it's because probably the sensor there measures it differently, but yeah, there's no check engine light. Usually when there's a check engine light you'll get a yellow warning light there. When I first bought it, there were like multiple check engine lights showing up. Basically the cause of the check engine light is like I have like an EBUP purge problem. Then the catalytic efficiency codes, yeah, those are the problems. And then let me see my oil life, 70%. Tire pressure okay. So this one, oh yeah, I'm getting like 14.2 liters per 100 kilometer, which is actually not that great, and it uses premium fuel. I only put premium on this one. I think maybe the previous owner probably just used regular. That's why probably his cat is like busted, maybe. So we're gonna open the door, or the engine. So for the engine, I replaced the timing belt. Replace the timing belt, and then I also replaced the EVAP purge valve in there. And I think the battery is, oops, I didn't take the battery. I think I changed the filter. And yeah, the timing belt, and then the heat shields for this. The heat shields are bad. They rusted out. The timing belt that I have. The oxygen sensors for this. Yeah, I need to replace the one in front because it's lazy. Like it has a delayed reading, so it needs a new one. So oxygen sensors. And the other thing too is that all the brake pads needs to be replaced, and then the wheel bearing for this, I replaced it because it's making a noise. as well as the AC compressor. The AC compressor is bad. It actually, the pulley got rusted out, so basically replaced the whole thing. And then the brake line for this actually got clogged, so the brakes were like binding. I need to replace the brake line for this. And so far I think it costed me probably close to like $500 to have this like back in order. But yeah, including the back, I already changed it to make it more uniform. Yep, this is my Bluetooth. So one of the things I like about this is that the back seats are also heated, and you got your entertainment center here. Yep, we don't use it, but here's the Bluetooth input, and I just hide the Bluetooth receiver here. And the sound is not that bad, although the speakers on these are really tiny. Yeah, the magnets are tiny. They're really cheap ones. Yep, see this, it's really nice. Although the colors are different, it still looks pretty nice though. And the power lift gate works. I don't have the remote, so yep, is that the back? And one thing that happened was that the sway bar links of this one, the sway bar bushings are bad, so I have to replace it. So when I tried replacing it, the bolt there, that one, yeah, the bolt here, all three of them actually like broke off because of rust. So I have to remove the whole bumper to gain access to those bolts so that I could drill them out. So that's a lot of work for an ordinary bushing. But so far it's not that bad. I mean, my son has been driving this and he likes it. It's a pretty car, and I think it's quite reliable. Considering that I have to do lots of fixes for this, compared to other cars, I think it's still a good value for 1500s. So probably around $2,000 is my total expenses for this car. Some of the parts like the AC compressor, I have them in the junkyard, so they're cheap. It's like around $40. I think the most expensive one is it's the timing belt. The timing belt is around $240, yeah, $220, something like that. And then the oxygen sensor is around $50. Yep. And then the purge valve, the EVA purge valve, the EVA canister purge valve is I think I bought them used in the junkyard. I think probably like $10. So yep, so this is my 2008 Acura MDX. Pretty good deal for me.